Ooh. What are you doing? Great
Hey,
to see you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. My name's Ryan Trickey.
I'm
This
Colby
is
Cusick.
not Stephen Taylor, which
I'm
is
Steven
fabulous.
Tyler.
Yeah, that's really all it is. Just talk, just sound dumb and say
Ooh.
dumb things, and nobody will notice. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. This, of course, is Set to Destroy. We invite our comedy friends, very funny people we like, and they come on and we watch sets, old videos where they're not doing so good. Maybe they're bombing. Maybe it's really old and it's not like anything they do before. Or maybe it's a special surprise that's not stand up at all.
You never know.
You know what? That's what is it. Let's be honest. Isn't that what's so fun about this show? You never know what's going to happen, if it's going to be good, who
How
will show
wild.
up. We never really post who the guest is until like the show starts.
Why would you, you know?
Yeah, who needs that? Yeah. So when we're not busy shooting ourselves in the foot, we're here and having a good time. Colby, of course, our producer, and tonight our guest host. Colby, how are you doing?
Ooh, I'm good, baby. Feeling clean?
Yeah. You look clean. You look
Yeah.
sharp. Yeah. You look nice. You're ready. You look ready for our guest
Fucking, you know I'm ready,
this
baby.
evening. I really like this guy a lot. I met him a long time ago back in Springfield, Missouri. I
Ooh.
got to do a show with him. Super good dude. Yeah, I've known him for a long time. So fucking funny. And I'm really excited he's on the show.
Best guy in the world. It's
Guys,
really hard being mean to him.
I mean, we'll
Just 'cause
we'll
he's
find
just
out.
too sweet, too good.
Yeah,
Most
yeah.
charismatic guy in the world.
Yeah, he's got a cute face and a good soul, so this is gonna hurt.
So
But
let's
you know,
shit
we'll
all
do
over
our-
him.
yeah. Guys, St. Louis comedian, great dude, very funny. Our guest this evening, Bobby Jaycox.
Yeah. What's up, Colby? What's up, Ryan? What's up,
Look at
Steven? Except for you're not there, Steven.
Yeah, who needs him? PU. Gosh, look at you
No.
though. I said this off air. You look good. You got that sad Bo Burnham hair.
Yep, I got that sad Bo Burnham hair. You know, I don't know if you know this. We're almost the exact same age. He was born 2 days before me, so I would have been famous. But I'm always like, he just did it like
He
2
just
days before I was
barely
going
beat
to.
you. That
I
son
love
of a
him.
gun.
Yeah, yeah, he's great. I love Bo Burnham. Have you guys watched his new special?
I haven't seen
I
it
haven't
yet.
seen it.
No.
I haven't not yet either. I'm waiting for a good night to just sit down, some popcorn, really enjoy it. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I've heard.
Ryan,
that
I forgot real quick. I forgot, Ryan. I forgot that was where we met. Was at the Outland Ballroom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Guttermouth. Was that the Guttermouth show?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude. Guttermouth was such a fun show.
I'll
The
never
show
forget
upstairs, there was a
Guttermouth.
punk show, and the band Guttermouth was playing. And you had to go upstairs to like the punk venue. You had to cross in front of the stage and the audience. So people were walking by, and I kept trying to win them back over. And I'm like, Guttermouth, you going to Guttermouth? You could stay here instead of going to Guttermouth. But everyone went to Guttermouth, and they're up there just
Everyone
like
chose
slamming on the floorboards, slamming on the floorboards.
Could not have been louder. Stomping, screaming. Maybe it was music. We're not totally sure. Some people started at the comedy show and then went up to Guttermouth later. But Bobby, you're right. Like they had to. Like we basically were playing in a hallway. Because there was like people sitting over here, and then the comics were over here, and people had to pass through to get to the show that they really.
We were pretty much we were doing comedy in a vestibule. Basically, like when you're like, "Is this where I buy the tickets to the next thing?" They're like, "Stop talking to me. Stop doing jokes. I'm trying to get to the movie." Yeah.
Our audience was the line of people trying to get to Guttermouth.
Yeah.
And you played that off so well. Like you addressed it better than anyone else on the whole. Just like, oh, Guttermouth, you going to Guttermouth? Okay, well,
yeah, I had a good time.
Like as if the Venn diagram for people who want to see Guttermouth and Bobby Jaycox aren't just two completely separate circles with a mile between them.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Oh, great time.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that was good. How are you doing? I haven't talked to you fucking forever, I feel like.
I haven't talked. The last time I think me and you chatted, I did that. I did a show in Kansas City. I can't remember where you forgot your phone on stage. Remember you left your phone at the venue, and we were like, "Do you remember that?"
I don't remember that. I think it was at the Rhino. I think I opened for you at the Rhino, if I remember.
You did at the Rhino, but the one I thought I saw you. I knew I saw you at the Rhino, but anyways, I thought you saw you at the one. Remember where there was a piano on stage and you left your cell phone? Maybe it was you or another comic, but someone left their phone. So I was on stage. I was like, "Who the hell is interrupting my show?" Because someone was calling them.
That was.
But I ran into you in St. Louis. Yeah. We see each other all over. Where are you at, Denver now?
I've been in Denver for like a year. I moved here in the middle of the pandemic. I had like a job thing kind of open up, and then I didn't think about moving here for a while anyways. So yeah, it's been like about a year since I've been here. So yeah.
Nice. How do you like it? How do you like Denver?
I really like it a lot. I'm like outdoorsy and shit. Like I went on a hike like earlier today. I try to get out like a lot, you know, so I really think that. Yeah, it's very good to
Wow.
Not a lot of people know this, but electronics make noise that you can't even hear. So it's just good to get away from all of that. And
absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you.
Colby's got like VHSs behind him. You can tell he never leaves that. He's the opposite. He's like, you know what's like a hike? Is the old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. That is just like a good hike.
Yeah, I'll go on a cinematic journey.
Yeah, he has fucking season 3 of Bones behind him, and he's judging me. Yeah.
Well, I'm Borny as.
Yeah.
Borny as a maniac. Didn't work.
But yeah, I've been like getting back into doing stand-up, like doing it a tiny bit around here. It's been like tough to get back into, I found. But I don't know. Did you get to do a lot of stand-up during the pandemic?
No. There was a couple Brian Regan was in town, and you can't really say no when Brian Regan comes in town. So they asked, and they were like, we're going to be socially distanced and stuff. So I did that, but I did not do a lot of stand-up. And I actually found like a lot of positive stuff from like having a palate cleanser, from being like, oh man, I'm going to sit back and just kind of relax, you know? And then even the first set I got to do towards the end of pandemic, when you started getting like booked on some shows, I did this show and I was looking at my set list and I was like, no, I don't want my set list from like from 20 years ago. I was like, where's my set list from right before? And you look at your jokes and you're like, I don't even know if I want to do these jokes anymore. And I feel like that's honest. Because I've met some, we'll say some sloppy comics who they're like, I did 2 sets and I feel great again. I'm like, oh, really? You missed a whole year and 2 sets, you're back in, you feel, and I'm like, I'm with you. I'm like, I feel like the wheels grinding and I kind of like the learning and getting back into it. It's kind of fun.
I did a lot of like over the, either of you ever seen Better Call Saul? This is probably
not all good. I've seen some of it.
So the beginning of it, where he's in his new life and he like closes the blinds and he puts on the commercial and he like sits in the chair and he's all like watching
Gene.
That was me like listening to old sets during the pandemic, like from before, just sad.
The windows just like fucking just draw it. That's so funny.
I would rather someone catch me masturbating than catch me listening to my old sets. Like it's But like I had that thing where I would like listen to stuff and I remembered things being like really, really good. And then I would listen to it and I'd be like, that was like, okay, that was pretty bad. Wow. I thought that joke was new, but I did it for like 4 months at every open mic I ever went to. Like I don't know. I feel kind of like, I don't know how to get back in. I could just do bits that I was doing before, but like, I'm kind of just having a hard time like figuring out getting new stuff going.
For sure. And especially because it's like there's not too many new, like there's a lot of mics that still aren't open and stuff. And it's like, I feel like everyone's getting back to like, just even when you show up somewhere, I'm like saying hi to all the comics. And after you say hi to everybody, then you sit down, you're like, holy shit, I'm tired. I got to go do stand up now. Cause I just met 17 people, you know? So I feel the same way. I think you being honest about that is already just miles ahead. Cause I feel like everyone else is like, you know what? I feel good. I feel like I'm crushing, dude. I was just crushing. And it's dude, if a musician couldn't play music, like, because you need the audience a little bit, if you couldn't do it, Colby's bored, he's gone. But if you can, but if you
Colby's
can't,
like, I'm crushing it. Fuck you.
I'm fucking killing it stand up, bro.
But yeah, I feel like the reset's good, and the fact that you're doing that stuff, I feel like everyone has their thing of like going back and doing whatever. And I'm like, if you go back and listen to a set and you think you did really good, I think that's like psychotic. I think every time I listen to my set, I'm like,
Dude, absolutely.
Sometimes it's so uncomfortable, it makes you want to do better the next time so that you don't feel uncomfortable if you have to listen to it again, you know?
It's negative reinforcement. It's an aversion to pain that makes you try to get any better. So if you can't feel pain, you'll never think you need to get any better. So yeah, it's only the most psychotic, deranged people who are like, killed it. And it's like, dude, not only are you not funny, I don't want to hang. Like, stay away from me.
Yes, please stay away from me. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, man. That's cool that you got to do Brian Regan, though. That's like an all-timer.
And that was, so I turned 30, and that week that happened, because I was like, after you turn 30, everyone's like, I'm so scared to turn 30. I'm so scared. And like, it definitely doesn't sound cool. That's the worst part about becoming 30 is that you're just like, doesn't sound cool. And so when I turned 30, I was kind of like, I wonder what I'm going to do next, you know, because we're in a pandemic and everything. And because we were like on the way out when they had asked me to do it, I was like, this is kind of a good gift or whatever too. And he was super, super nice. Could not have been nicer. And he had his opener. They takes on the road Gary Brightwell. He was awesome. His manager was there. His girlfriend, like every person who was in the room was nice. And as soon as Brian walked into the room, we started doing bits. And he talks about in his new special, he has white hair now. But when he walked into the room, I didn't know that this was going to happen. So he comes in the room, and he's got white hair, and he's got these tiny glasses on. And I was like, I told my girlfriend I got home, I go, it was like Santa Claus showed up one day. Like he just like was like gave me a little wink, like, you've been a good boy. I'm like, hi,
that's an excellent analogy, because if you're meeting him, clearly you've done something right. And he's so kind, and like everybody loves it. Like, there's a twinkle in his eye.
Yeah. So I got a story. So I want to tell you how it was amazing, but also there's a flip side to everything. Because if he normally does theaters and he's at a comedy club, you know, during a set, dude, that a headliner, they usually is it just me? Did you guys go away? I'm so scared right now.
I don't know why Colby did that.
Colby,
let's give Bobby plenty of room for this story.
But I get to the show, and whenever the headliner's on stage, they'll do a check drop. But if you're Brian Regan, you're not going to get check drop. So they go, Bobby, you're going to open for him, and you're going to do, you know, you're going to just host. And then afterwards, after Brian gets off, you're going to go back on and do 5 more minutes. And I go, what do you mean? Like directing people out and telling them, they're like, no, like you do more time. I go, oh, you want me to close for Brian Regan? And he goes, yeah. And I go, all right. And my girlfriend was in the back while I went on stage with Brian, and Brian listened, and he was like, he did a good job, because I went out there and I was like, hey guys, I just want you to know, if the only thing tougher than opening for Brian Regan is closing for Brian Regan. And I know none of you want this right now. None of you want this right now, but it's going to happen. And they got on board, and it was so fun. And they took care of me and stuff.
Good for you. Closing for Regan's the way to go. Yeah.
He's too funny. After he goes on stage, you're like, can I talk about, I used to be a firefighter, and people are like, boo,
fuck you.
Who gives a shit?
Booing, fuck firefighters. They hate firefighters now.
Get Brian back out here.
Yeah. Dude, I was at a show once, and I did like a guest spot on this thing, and the guy who was hosting, he was like from out of town somehow, and like he was like, well, he wanted to do time in between the feature and the headliner, as well as hosting up top, and he wanted to do time at the end too. And everybody was just like, you know, that's not.
There's Rod Reyes.
No one's ever done that before. You can't do that. And then eventually he was just really persistent. And then the headliner was just like, all right, man, go for it. And like, he did time in the middle. Like, he didn't have a great set opening. And then, so you think like, okay, well, he doesn't want more of this. Like, the last thing you want to do is get back up again. Like, whenever you're hosting and you have a bad set, you feel bad going back. You're like, look, sorry, I promise. You know, and like, but he did it not to do more bits, but to plug merchandise. His shit. Like, whatever his horrible brand was, you know, like, he's just like, hey, you know, I'm selling CDs, I got shirts, like, you know, everybody get your phones out. and type in fucker McGillicuddy and follow me on Twitter.
Dude, that's funny you say that because I feel like comics. I feel like we came up in the generation that like for some reason people sold us that like merchandise as hack. But I was like, but you're like, but if it helps you pay the bills, who cares? But dudes like that who are going up again and again, and I'm like, you're like a YouTube ad that comes up in the middle of a video where they're like, buy this. You're like, dude, I'm trying to watch a Rick and Morty episode because I don't have a Hulu account. Like, stop interrupting this shit. That's so funny.
Your advertisement's in the way of the thing I want to see. You're advertising a thing that I will not want.
I will extra not get it now. Like, I'm extra not going to buy it now because you keep bringing it up.
I will burn a $20 bill in front of you just to make sure it never goes to you.
Oh, that would be so funny, dude. If you were selling merch, someone did that, you'd be like, you bombed tonight? Be like, dude, I bombed so hard, people burned money. Like, they didn't even care.
There's less money in the world because of me. Shit, man. Well, maybe, speaking of all that bullshit, maybe we should get into the first clip. Colby, maybe you can pull it up and then we can watch the first, second of it, and then Bobby can tell us
Let's
something.
do it. Here we fucking go.
So nervous.
Guys, Bobby Jaycox, Bobby! What's up, everybody?
All right. Definitely skip this video if you don't mind.
So this is probably the St. Louis Funny Bone.
Well, and, your set's going to go terribly when you're wearing a Drury Inn hotel t-shirt and trying to make it look cool with an undershirt. Like, do I work there or did I get this at a fucking Goodwill? Fuck this.
That's the worst part is you're trying to own it. You're trying to reinvent it and make it cool. Jesus, speaking of shitty merch, oh my God.
Also, did I come on stage and do that shitty thing that every comic does where I started to be like, maybe I'm the yo guy. I'm like, yo, what's up, everybody?
You know what? There's one way to find out. Colby, let's go back a few seconds.
I don't know. Let's see.
What's up, everybody?
What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody?
What's up, everybody? 3 words, but 2 syllables.
What's up, everybody? That's how I knew Joey. What's up, everybody?
Oh, man.
Oh, goddamn. Someone else had to film this set. This is funny. I must say, because I don't remember ever putting a camera over where they put this camera. So whoever put this up, I will find you. And
the YouTube account F-Bone Funny Mic or Open Mic.
Oh my
God!
I believe this is from January 18th, 2011.
2011.
Yeah.
2011.
When did you start doing comedy?
Years.
This night, probably, dude. Oh my God. I started when I was 19. I don't remember March 2009, 2010, something around there, somewhere around there. I don't remember. I think I know it was if I check, I know it's the March 10th, something. And then, so I'm sure this set is awful because I did the weird thing where my first set didn't go bad. I had a couple people there. My second set was not great, but good. And you need to bomb your first couple times. You need to know how bad it hurts because otherwise I got this weird confidence and I'm sure I was trying to be what's going to be on Netflix? How cool should I act? So I am uncomfortable. And Colby, I really always thought we were buddies and I've done just so many nice things for you. And I'm very upset with you right now. Keep going or whatever.
Your goodwill does not carry over to this show. It doesn't matter. No, I'm sorry.
I'm so upset.
Oh, man.
What's up, everybody?
By the way, just really fast. The only thing worse than "What's up, everybody?" is not to have that reciprocated at all. What's up, everybody? Yep.
Oh, Ryan, that's so funny, dude. You're like, "What's up, everybody?" People are like, "Yeah, right, dude. Yeah, right."
Not much.
Fuck. Shit. Ryan, that's so true. Oh my God.
Oh no.
What's up, everybody?
One half-hearted woo.
Oh, so I had to do the horrible thing of going to the bank the other day. Now, let me get straight. I love money. I just hate the ladies at the bank. I don't know about you guys, but I hate because I go up and I just want to cash my check, and then they come around like, "Hi, how'd you like that?" I don't care. American currency. How do you guys normally do this? Let me get some $2 bills and some Sacagaweas. Do you guys do that here? No? And then they try to count your money. Do you pay attention? No, because it's too fast. 24 to 68, 6 to 2. 24 to 68, 6 to 4. 24 to 13 cents. Here you go. Think you're ripping me off, lady? Sometimes I let my little brother write my jokes. That was one of them.
You need to shoot your little brother.
Oh my God.
Can I get some Sacagaweas?
Oh my God.
Man, it's the most disrespectful thing that's ever happened to Sacagawea or any Native American.
Oh my God. Well,
my goodness.
There is something about becoming an open micer and making sure that they're like, no video cameras allowed at the Funny Bone, but apparently that the Funny Bone themselves were going to record it. I think that's actually how you're supposed to say it, though. I thought that was how, at the time I looked it up and I thought that was how you're supposed to say it. So I apologize.
You were about to say, there's something about, I thought you were going to say, there is something about the ladies who work at the bank, to be fair. I just want to circle back to that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's rough that they get to film this and then hold on to it forever.
Yeah, because I do not remember this. I'm sure it gets exponentially better after this. After my first joke.
Yeah. Oh man.
I'd say so.
All right.
Let's check now.
All right. So I have a problem. My problem is I'm not really good at waking up in the morning. I set like 6 alarms and none of them wake me up. I don't know if you guys have this problem. I'll just get there really late. Somebody like, "Bobby, where were you?" Like, just been one of those mornings.
It's the most relatable premise ever, and they're still like
nothing at all.
Not even I'm not good at waking up in the morning. People are like, "Okay, cool. This better get interesting very fast." And I'm like, "No. Check this out, bro. The mornings, no bueno. Not good at all."
Let's just say if this was in the morning, I wouldn't be here. Okay.
No.
There's morning people, and then there's me.
This guy.
Yeah.
Well, why prolong the waiting?
I'm a little bit worried about my career choice because I want to be a firefighter. Can you imagine that? Just me just. But I'd get there eventually. Eventually I'd get there. I just show up on the scene, get there, the house is just rubble. And then you walk up and there's a guy just in his robe like, "Hey, I called you guys like 3 hours ago. Where were you?" Just be like, "It's just been one of those mornings." Yeah, I need to learn how to wake up. Sometimes I let my little sister write my jokes. Another one of, you guys are fun.
I mean, if this could be put into any actual life event, it would be like just drowning in such shallow waters. Yeah. All you got to do is just calm down. But it's in that time where you're like, I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna flat out and just keep letting the waves crash into my mouth instead of just being like, settle down. They aren't responding, so don't keep going. Oh my God, this is
like
terrible.
You hear people say that. They'll be like, "Did you know that you can drown in 2 inches of water?" And you're like, "Shut up!" But this is
I've done open mics.
Yeah. Yeah. Just walking into the sea and just not returning.
In that Drury Hotel T-shirt.
Drury, walking into the Drury Hotel pool. Do they have pools there? I'll be selling access cards to the Drury Hotel pool after the show.
Oh, you guys, yeah, I got flash passes to get into the Drury hotels. It doesn't matter if someone's already staying in there. As long as you get there first, your key will work, and now it's your room.
Guys, find me after the show. I'll be selling fruit that I stole from the Continental Breakfast at the Drury Hotel.
You get Apple Jacks. You get Apple Jacks. You get Apple Jacks.
Full of cereal. Yeah. Oh man, I already forgot what that last bit was. Like I just.
That's how bad. Yes, for sure.
Yeah. Jesus. Oh my goodness. Well, your little brother wrote the first one, and your little sister wrote the second one.
And the worst part is I don't even have a little sister, so that's how much I was struggling. Is I made up a family member to blame it on.
Yeah. It's not a bad idea. Just if something's that bad, just blame it on someone who doesn't exist.
Yeah, just someone very fictional for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm a good sport. Here we go.
Making me forget my jokes. That's all right. So I'm single now. Obviously
like in the middle of this set, like as of 5 seconds ago. I'm single now.
You just read a breakup
there's
text
my
on your
goal.
phone?
Nope, she's okay. Well, I'm single now. Oh my goodness.
But I like it because you don't have to do those dumb things you used to have to when you're dating someone. Like my things I did with my ex-girlfriend was like I watched soap operas with her and her mom. Yeah,
True.
These are the days of our lives. They suck. I hate watching the soap operas because if you watch one soap opera, it's like you watch the rest of them. You know, everyone's always disgruntled, and then there's always someone in the hospital, and they come out like, oh my gosh, you hear about Stacy? She was hit by a truck. But then you go into the hospital room, and she has like one scratch above her eyebrow, and she looks gorgeous. You're like, what kind of truck was it? Was it a Maybelline truck? She looks beautiful right now.
I mean, if that were a tweet, I'd like it.
You know, out of this whole
these
set,
are the days of our lives.
This is the only one that I'm like, you know what? I'll take that. That's just an open micer, just trying to figure it out. You're talking about real stuff. I did date a girl who, in high school, me and her mom would watch soap operas. Like, I was like, this is insane. This is absolutely insane.
It is interesting.
But this bit is, I mean, I feel like you can hear the writing. You can hear, I have a notebook where I bet I said every line that I memorized that day. And when they don't laugh, you're just like, just keep going. It's like if you were playing football and you went to go grab the football, but you looked down and it wasn't there, only like open micers would run without
just
they're like,
keep
you don't
running.
They're not on your side. Stop running. Stop running, dude.
And then they get all the way at the end and they still do a little like, and it's like, dude, why are you have nothing to celebrate for? Yeah. Yeah, when you see people who do bits where part of the bit is they've written in a reaction to the audience, like, and I know I know, but yeah, what about this? But people aren't like reacting, so they're reacting to something that doesn't. It's like they're performing in a parallel universe or something. Yeah, that's how you can always tell that it's like too much manuscript reading or something.
Yeah. Okay, before we go any further, I'm hoping that this was during like that comedy. There was like a boom, I'm sure all over, but like there was this weird boom for open mics where like the list was like so long. I mean, everyone wanted to stand up and they would cut people down to 2 minutes. And I'm hoping to God that's what's happened with this video. I'm assuming not, but let's keep going.
All right.
Here's a fun fact for you guys. Semen comes out at 30 miles an hour.
Oh my God.
That's speeding in my subdivision. That's quick.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
That is true. That
you might
is
need to bring some of these back. The ones that your little brother and little sister didn't write are pretty good.
That one was my older brother. It's not a bad one. My older brother, who also doesn't exist, thought of that one.
Yeah.
I'm a middle child when it comes to writing jokes.
In my subdivision. Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yeah, that's speeding in my subdivision. That's quick. That's quick semen. That's 10 miles over the speed limit. It's quick. come back next week, guys. I won't be here.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to. Yeah, you wouldn't want that. Yeah, that semen couldn't be in a school zone. That's for sure.
You're just like I'm just like 20 years old. You're like, dude, you have no life experience, but if you talk about semen, you might win them over. You might win them over.
Yeah. That's pretty good comedy advice. Like, look, you're 20 years old. You've no experience. Just talk about semen.
What's the point of you fucking dickheads asking us to send in a video if it doesn't even matter? It's like it doesn't even matter. It's like I picked one that I was like, this almost got me into limestone, and you're like, let's get the one where people wanted to throw stones at you.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are.
You look pretty good. You look like you're like feeling pretty good right here.
This is the time where I'm on stage and you're like, oh, and you still. I bet that little asshole that I still stood out there and waited for people to tell me good set.
Oh yeah.
Dickhead. You know what I mean?
That's the best. Yeah, you
I'm
kind of
honest about it. We gotta be honest.
hang out near the exit, like you pretend to be on your phone or like that, or like at the bar or something.
This proves like this is the stuff you don't see. These are the sets you never saw from like the greats. You never saw their like. Not saying I'm a great, but I'm one of them. Whatever. But it's like that's how hard stand up is because I have like other videos from that time where it was like it went okay, but you get so egotistical and you're like, I'm gonna go up there with no material and I'm gonna go up there and try to make it good because you'll have an idea and you go up there and watching me struggle right now, I want to go up to that guy after the show and be like, hey, just go for a fucking walk in the woods. With Ryan Trickey, you guys need to go for a walk and just calm the fuck down. Because you were on stage having a panic attack. You didn't know it. You didn't know you had anxiety. But you were on stage and you're like, you forgot to breathe for 4 minutes.
Yeah. That's what's great about doing comedy in Denver is I can bomb, walk off stage, and into the woods.
That's good.
I know. Earlier you had said the thing about you do because the first set I ever did went like pretty okay, like it went all right. Like an audience member came up to me and said something friendly to me afterwards, which was really cool. Second time I ever went on stage was like
I love that, dude. Oh, I love that fucking sound.
I was performing for children, not that matters, but the second time I went on stage. Went like I was actually like, and so at that point it's like, oh, I'm like Eddie Murphy, like I'm just good at this immediately. And the third time I went on stage was like a couple nights later. To this day, Bobby, top 5 best bombs I've ever had. Like when like no sound in the room at all, like no reaction, no nothing, just horrible. It was at that point where I was just like, oh, I can just go up with like vague ideas and kind of like work it out.
Yes,
like I had a joke. I had a thing I wanted to see. Those water bottles with like the nipple you flip up, and like the Camelback water bottles.
Yes.
I went up. I was like, oh, these Camelback water bottles, it's like breastfeeding in public, drinking out of these things, huh? More like camel boob.
Yeah.
And it got nothing. Like when I tell you it didn't get a pity because I didn't have friends in comedy at the time who could even laugh at me. So it was just nothing. And so I literally went camel boob. Like I said it again.
Yes.
Oh,
now I see that one went over my head like as if I'm gonna be like, oh, that one's a thinker. I didn't say
I'm selling camel boobs after the show, guys. If anyone wants to buy any camel boobs,
you can suck on a camel boob and it'll last you a really long time. Trust me.
Oh my God. There should be like a break in the show right now where there's another advertisement, like you're hosting the show for camel boobs, and it's just. Oh my God! But like
camel boo.
But to that thing you said, dude, you do when you start stand up, and it's like, and I think that it's like when someone says stand up, they're like, I'd rather die than go on stage. I'm like, that doesn't make sense to me. And I feel like if you do stand up, you have that kind of weird thing where you like being on stage. But even if you like it, it's even weird if you even walked into like your family's house, like all your family was there and they were just quiet, waiting to hear you talk to them for 4 minutes to an hour. There would be some times where they'd be like, what are we supposed to do? But because you start stand-up and you brought up Eddie Murphy, I used to watch stand-up like before I go on stage. Like I knew to write my own bits. Like I was not, you would not like watch him to do whatever, but you were like, how do I be charismatic like that? And I would go on stage and watching this set, I can remember in my head being like, just have big energy, energy. But when it doesn't line up, you think that the audience doesn't know because you're in comedy, but you're not a comic yet. You're still an audience member who's trying comedy. You're like still trying to make the flip. It's so fun. I love seeing this because this makes me realize that I have not come far at all. This is
comedy. Comedy audiences are some of the least empathetic groups of people on the face of the earth. Because they really do want it to be good. Like people go to shows expecting for it to be good. So when it isn't good, they fucking hate you. And then it goes the other way, and they just want to see they get worse, and they want to see you die. And they're just and that was those like listen to me like I'm rationalizing people not liking camel poop. Like I'm just like audiences are fucking evil. Oh, or you stink and always have.
Nah, they were probably just in a weird place in their lives. They just couldn't.
Yeah. You guys
a dude signed up for an open mic and he was in the, like how you sit in the room before, like at a club and they give you all the rules. They talk about like how much time, the light in the back of the room. Dude, this guy was like dressed like Pauly Shore, like he's got like a jacket on with like leopard print, a jean jacket, and he's like, fuck this guy, like literally making fun of everyone in the room. And we're all just like, yikes, you don't know what you're doing. And he gets on stage, tells one joke, does not go well, and then he goes, how much time do I have left? And someone goes, 2 minutes. And it was a 4-minute open mic. And I remember, I just will never forget this guy. Dude, it was like if you were on the Oregon Trail and you checked and it was like, morale, whoa. This guy went from like, fuck you, and he just goes, man, 4 minutes is a long time. And I was like, that's so funny. He was just like, wow, it's a lot. He goes, it's a lot longer than it seems, man. Just like, you just see the panic in his face. And I can see it here. I'm like begging for someone to give me the light. I'm like, please tell me I have to get off stage.
We see so many moments like that on this show where like you can see the light behind someone's eyes die a little bit. And like they'll go on stage, they'll walk on, like it's not uncommon. Like a lot of these clips, they walk on stage, what's up everybody? Like they're just like bang bang. Like maybe they'll even fire off a quick one. It's like it's just like, yeah, my dick, haha. And then it'll kind of die and then they'll be like, so the bank is, I was at the bank. Like their energy just takes a fucking nosedive.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, let's see how this wraps up.
Yeah.
I'm not a tough guy, you can tell by my gelled hair and bracelets. But a lot of people think I do. I get people all the time. They're like, hey, Bobby, my car won't start.
I am wearing. I forgot I was wearing a bracelet.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Not even like a douchey like leather one. Like I think someone like from high school had given me one, and I was like, I kept it, and so I wore like one of those like lime green ones you get like out of like the 25.
Oh yeah.
I wore those like I was like, this will be cool. Like, I'm gonna bring these back.
Yeah, the Lance Armstrong kind of.
No, not even like the ones you like cinch up, like you get from like Six Flags or something. He's like, it's like when you were like a child. I was like, I'm gonna make these cool again. Yep,
you're not making anything cool here,
dude. I'm not Drury and stock.
Yeah, Drury. Down. Yeah,
bracelet stock. Fucking down with Bitcoin. All that shit.
I love the idea of the board of executives at Drury, which of course they have. They're just watching this video like, oh my god,
Ugh.
First we're called Drury Inn, and now this. Motel 6 calls them. Hey, fuckers.
How does it feel to be like shit?
Yeah. Hey, we'll keep a light on for you.
Yeah. Oh.
But a lot of people think I do. I get people all the time. They're like, hey, Bobby, my car won't start. Do you have jumper cables? And I'm the kind of guy that's like, yeah, I got jumper cables. No, I don't know how to use them. Do I put them on first? Do you put them on? Do you put them on the same time? We're done. Do you keep them or do I get them back? Thank you, guys. I'm Bobby Jaycox.
Oh, man. Well, that set could have used a jump.
Oh!
Wow.
I felt bad that I was Bobby Jaycox when I was saying my own name.
That you did say your own name in the tone of an apology. You were like contrite about it. Yeah, let's hear that again.
I was sorry for saying I was very sorry for mispronouncing.
Thank you, guys. I'm Bobby Jaycox.
Thank you, guys. I'm Bobby Jaycox. Bobby Jaycox.
With a like, bro. Oh my god.
Wow. Oh man.
Oh my god. I would love to have like, if I ever had my own TV show to like, at the end, like how they're like, I'm a lawyer or whatever. Like they have that thing, that like soundbite. I want mine to be like, I'm Bobby Jaycox. It should be like how scared I was.
Like if you have like a production company thing, yeah. I'm Bobby Jaycox. I'm Bobby Jaycox, but as the words go, the letters get smaller and smaller.
It falls off. Oh my god.
I'm Bobby Jaycox.
Oh my god, Colby, thank you for sending me. That started off so much rougher than I would have liked. I feel the only thing that I do feel really bad for is that whenever you realize like that you might have been insensitive and you thought you were joking, but you don't know the difference. That's something like even jokingly like trying to not know how to say Sacagawea, like that shit is stuff that you go on stage and say, and later you're like, man, you literally have no idea what like the ramifications. You're just like, I'll say anything, and you're like, write a joke. Like think of what you're doing before you just take it in front of a room full of people and start talking.
Mm-hmm. It happens. We see stuff like that on here sometimes. It is, I mean, you're new and you're just like throwing all this shit out there. And I went through like phases. Like I went through a Zach Galifianakis phase. I went through a Mark Maron phase. I definitely tried on Anthony Jeselnik for at least like a couple mics. Like all that bullshit. Like just write in the most fucked up things you could think.
Hey, you're still in your Louis C.K. phase?
I'm still jerking off in front of people.
He's like, we have videos. I'll write that now.
And then, Colby pulls up a video, and I'm like, what? Colby, you're crazy. I'm really sorry to have to do this. I have to pee already.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, my God, you were not kidding.
I know, I'm sorry.
Every time. He did it before we started this time.
So stupid.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Man.
When you find these videos, do you ever find, like, have you ever had a comic who's like, I already knew that was out there? Or is pretty much every comic like, where'd you find that?
For the most part, everybody's horrified. But
have you ever heard of what? Oh shoot, I can't think of his name. Nardwar.
Yes.
Because he does something not like what this show is, but he does something similar to where like he has like a musician or someone on there, like Lady Gaga, and he'll just like blow her mind with like old yearbooks or stuff, and like everyone who comes on, they're like, "How did you find that out about me?" And it's like it's such an interesting thing because like you used to be able to like you only had your stuff at your home, but because the internet exists, you could be like, I found something of yours somewhere else. You're like, but it's mine, and they're like, but it was out. It was out in the world.
Everybody's now.
Yes.
I really want. There was a video of like, or there was a picture of you doing an interview for like Ozarks Live or something. No video though. Very upsetting.
Oh, I forgot about Ozarks Live. I did. I was on like the news channel or something like that.
Yeah, wait. I'll find it.
That's so funny. I forgot about so many of. That's crazy, dude.
How could you forget about Ozarks Live?
I know, isn't that crazy? I was like, oh, really? What interesting. How did in my mind? I'm like, how did I get on the news there?
Yeah, I was in the Springfield newspaper once. They interviewed me and my buddy Stephen Wallace about stand up, and I think that the name of the article was "The Nervous Edge." And that was the name of the article because of part of what I said. I said that I like performing sober because it gives you the nervous edge. And I've been doing stand-up.
Guys, I'm selling these shirts afterwards. They say nervous edge.
Nervous edge. Yeah. I'd probably only been doing it for like a few months, which in Springfield means I'd done stand-up 5 times.
Yeah.
Oh, God. It's horrifying.
Yeah, I found it. I want to watch this video more than anything, but there's not.
Oh my gosh.
That's Chris over to the left there. Yeah, you must be doing the blue room. Yeah, yeah. I remember that guy on the right.
I don't remember anything. The only thing I remember from the interview is I remember wanting to just like chat, but I feel like I remember trying to be like, don't ask me to do a bit on TV. I think I wanted to like avoid doing that. And it looks like that guy's giving me the thumb where he's like, this guy's about to do stand-up. You guys ready? And I'm like looking at Chris. I'm like, please no.
He's like, well, if you want to have a good time this Friday or Saturday night, come see this fella. And you're looking at Chris like, you told me I wouldn't have to do this.
Yeah. Oh, man. It's just like, I'm on TV, Mom. Even though you can't see it where you live, I'm on TV.
I want to Photoshop this so that it's Bobby 3 times all looking at each other. That's wonderful.
Well, hey, we might have more videos. I don't know.
Dude, please turn this off. Please turn this off. Please turn this off. Please turn this off. It's not even acceptable that dude, I can't, I am so, oh my God, Colby, I deplore you. Is that the word? I'm not even sure. Whatever. Oh my God.
I think you implore him because what he's done is deplorable.
I can't even, I'm so stupid. You've made me so angry. This is so... Good night. I'll see you guys. I have to go take a piss or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Colby, you
do very well in it.
Are you yeah, because dude, anyway, all right. This is I'm so mad.
We don't have... Listen. If we don't have to look at this...
Oh, you already showed I would have rather you not showed the last one because I actually bombed. This is where I come back and I'm sure this is like what I thought my Netflix special should be. I'm sure that everyone's just cheering.
This is you coming back to high school?
This is me. So after I won Mr. NHS, which is like you're Mr. Northwest High School, which doesn't even make sense.
Oh, man.
And
is this the tape that oh fuck! I already. Colby, give me something from the soundboard because I suck.
Yeah, this is. I won the competition, and next year you come and you just hand off you hand the throne off of something that doesn't make any sense.
Wow. All right. Yeah, nothing's cooler than coming back to your high school to host a talent show.
Yeah.
What a great reward. Ooh. Steven, call in if you have anything funny to say. We're not going to hear from him.
I love Steven. He's the only guy who's I feel like every time I see him, I've never seen him not smile and just look just like a cherub. Just a classic, beautiful baby angel. He's just... I love Steve. He's way nicer than you fucking assholes. For sure. Oh. All right, let's watch this. I got a spotlight on me, so it's gonna be good.
You're the returning king.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
they said, my name is Bobby. I'm bring up to speed. Been out of high school, so after high school, I got accepted to Hogwarts School of Witchcraft. Because I got a scholarship for playing Quidditch. Yeah, Gryffindor. Yeah.
Keep in mind, I am 19 years old in this. I'm still a little baby, and I just got 2 applause breaks for, honestly, if it's like this audience was like, applaud him if he does the absolute wrong thing in a bit. If he does the wrong thing by not making a real premise and also just quoting a pop culture thing from kind of a couple years ago, probably right. A little late on the game.
Yeah, I was in the Hunger Games. Woo!
Yeah. Even J.K. Rowling would be like, geez, Bobby, I can't believe you're saying that. Like, that's really...
Wow, you're really destroying your legacy, Bobby.
I know. She's like, I know I say fucked up shit, but you're a real piece of shit, dude.
Yeah. This is the worst thing to happen to Harry Potter since me.
Oh, man. I'm going to consolidate my writing partner on some of these jokes.
Mm-hmm. Your little brother and your little sister are so fine.
Is that an Eddie Murphy bit? I think
it's either Eddie Murphy or Steve Martin or one of them. Yeah.
That's like a very early on thing that you're like, everyone wants to play with, but you're like, it's not. That's one of those like not parallel thinking, but not theft, where you're just like, you're having fun with the thing. It's like if there's a sign language interpreter, everyone's gonna be like balls, dick, pussy. You know what I mean? Trying to like cuss. I can't believe that's so. And I didn't even make it out of the light. It looks like I was so scared to not be in the limelight that I made the guys. It's like he didn't even move it.
It was like you got tired. Like you started to run and you were like, yeah. No, it's definitely, parallel thinking, whatever. Yeah, it's definitely a textbook thing of people who aren't acting like they've been there before.
Someone without material, we'll say, maybe.
Yeah. So far, your bits are referencing Harry Potter and running. And you're killing. You're doing so well. Yeah, of course.
Everyone there, I was a nice kid in school. Everyone loved me. I was a very, very nice person. Math club president, dude.
I wish we found out that you've actually gone back to this every single year for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
I won't let the returning king do it. I return as the old time returning. Whenever I've never put the crown on the guy. I'm like, and this year's winner is still me.
Yeah.
You have a residency at Mr. NHS?
Yeah.
That's a lot. I go to Jefferson College and study to be a firefighter.
Is this did I go to an all-girls school? What the hell did I go to? This doesn't make any sense. I was like, this doesn't make any sense.
You're like a Beatle in the 60s.
Yeah.
People just screaming for no reason.
You really cornered the 15 to 16-year-old girl demographic.
Yeah. Well, just to be clear, I was still like, I just graduated, so I went to high school with those girls. So they knew me. They weren't fans online. I had no fans. This was the best show I've ever done to date. This is still...
Earlier, what I was trying to say, but I couldn't remember how to speak, was, is this the tape that the Brian Regan people saw? And they were like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They didn't even have the sound on. They're like, obviously, if you can get to do stand-up at any theater, even if it's just a high school theater.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's Mr. We got to get Mr. NHS. Yeah. It's a big get.
Yeah. So, is there a Mrs. NHS 2010? I don't know, Brian. Do another shot and talk about it.
That's a good joke, actually. I wish I would have opened with that. That's actually a really good joke.
You got it for next year.
Yeah. As always, the winner of Mr. NHS will win this Drury Inn T-shirt. It's 12 years old.
Right now, I also work at Sports Authority, and I sell shoes. Scott Brown, don't like me. It's horrible. Mostly because I get the women that come in, I'm like, hi man, can you find anything? Yeah. Here's the problem. I bought these shoes at the flea market for $5, and I need a shoe that can accommodate my hammer toes, my bunion, my unicorn, my plantar fasciitis. Do you have anything for that?
Oh my god.
Oh, bro, you cut off the punchline, dude. This is probably the best part, man, to do with the shit,
Colby,
dude.
come on.
Sorry.
No, it's Colby. No, pause. The fact that this is what me and Ryan were talking about. And Ryan, I wonder if you've had this. Not only did I do good my first couple times because I started in probably a year before this, I guess, because it was after high school, but then it had to be before the next year when I came back. Mm-hmm. So I must have been doing a couple open mics to have enough of a set. And the fact that I got applause breaks, I was probably on the trajectory of actually getting good at comedy to learn what you should and shouldn't do. And then this set happened, and I was like, yeah. The funny bone doesn't even know what they're talking about. You're the greatest comedian alive. You're like, they have no idea.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's the worst thing. Having a good set, or maybe not even having a good set, being in front of, okay, so if you look at it, I think of it as difficulties in a video game. The worst thing that can happen is playing on very easy mode.
Yes.
That's the worst thing that can happen to you. And it sounds like that's what this is. Plantar fasciitis got a goddamn standing ovation.
Broke the rule of threes, whatever.
Which,
I think that's
if
rule
somebody
bullshit.
has plantar fasciitis, they're not given standing ovations anyways.
And also, I worked at Sports Authority, and I did work in the shoes, but there's nothing that makes you sound more old-fashioned than saying I work in the shoe department at I was I sound like a 50-year-old man. I was like, hey, I'm going to be a firefighter, but right now he sells shoes, and people are like, you're probably lying.
Yeah.
I'm a shoe salesman.
I'm a door-to-door shoe salesman. But someday I'll put out fires. Oh. Man. Whew. What about this? I'm gonna be a volunteer firefighter, but right now I'm just a volunteer shoe salesman.
Pretty much, I'm loitering and helping.
Yeah. I just walk to the back confidently and grab stuff for people. It's fine.
All right. Well,
just a cacophony of laughs.
Yeah.
We got flip-flops.
Yeah. No one's ever had this good of a spot.
The only place in the store that they do this. No one comes in to okay, so I have this beer belly. I got this big love handle and this man boob. I got this hump on my back. You don't really have to identify with that dude shirt for that. No, you just grab this big sound they leave. In Sports Authority, we got a lot of signs that help motivate athletes that say just do it, or you're doing this because your father's making you, so you better be good. Or practice makes perfect. That's wrong. I'm sorry, because if practice makes perfect, I would miss the toilet so much when I pee.
Standing ovation.
It sounds like somebody everybody loves just won an award. That's the sound of that.
It sounds like I'm on stage and there was no one in the room. And I found audio of someone doing very well in a room and added that to there. Because there's no evidence of people sitting in there. You can't see any heads. Yeah. It could just be me and just good editing.
It's you walking around with the audio of President Barack Obama winning that first time.
Also, do you guys relate to this at all? When I was watching this set, I realized you're watching. Correct me if I'm wrong. You're watching the death of you're kind of being a good, healthy person. you're watching the death of that, and you kind of learn how to be a little bit darker or like more like you have to dive deeper into yourself. And this person, the guy that we hate, the guy at parties who's like, I'll take my t-shirt off and write a big fucking Go Sports on my shirt. That guy is a good person, and we kill that person to learn how to be good at stand-up comedy. Because when I'm watching this, I'm bad at stand-up, but I was like the best person I ever was. Like I would help. You wouldn't even like write jokes. You're just like, I would love to write jokes, but my neighbor needs help. Better go help him. This is like the death of a good human being to spend every weekend at a comedy club doing something that doesn't actually matter. Laughter is the best medicine, like Bo Burnham says, or whatever. Besides medicine, that's a Bo Burnham joke that we all relate to. We're like, we're healthy people. We basically are like doing a gift, and you're like, no, like that's what paramedics do. Paramedics are like, actually.
No, this guy is like, I really want to hang out with him, but he's terrible at stand up, and now it's reversed.
Yes.
No, you're right. That's you so definitely funny. Like that part of you that could just like easily just kind of be, let's go streaking, or like you walk into and you've got like a fishbowl on your head, and you're like,
yes,
that you kill that guy. You lead him into a room and shoot him in the back of the head.
Yes.
And then you never look back. And then you just, it's you have to try way harder to talk to people who aren't Colby or me. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. No, for sure. Oh, man. This is the death of, This went so well that you sacrificed that part of yourself.
Yeah. After this, I should have a different name now. They should be like, you become someone else. No.
You can't return to your old life. Sports Authority saw this. They fired you.
Oh, man.
I mean, this election is pretty good by now. Just like, here's a good example. Like the other night, waking up in the middle of the night, I go to the bathroom. It's dark. I find my way there. Get to the bathroom. Can't find the lights. I'm like, I don't care. I don't know what toilet it is. But I'm not hearing any noise.
Oh, God.
Move to the right.
I'm like, I guess I'm just going to ShamWow that tomorrow.
A ShamWow line, throw it in there. Really, I got a sponsorship off that fucking set.
What a relevant set this is.
Oh, man.
So much
awesome.
ass.
That
was pretty fun, yeah. Yeah.
What's funny is that bit, I stopped doing it because like a successful, what'd you say? Sorry.
Because you came to your senses.
No. That's not a great joke, but it is like, I feel like it's like a beginner joke where you're like, I want to figure out how to do stuff. And a comic who I respect, it has specials and does very well for themselves, was like, I asked them to watch my set. Like, when you start getting like, you're going to ask another comic to like give you notes. And this comedian after the show may have been intoxicated, maybe not. But I go, hey, what'd you think of my set? And this is all they said. They go, lose the pee thing. I go, all right. And then I dropped it. And another comic who also is still doing very well, who I still respect, asked me one time, they go, Bobby, whatever happened to that pee bit you used to do? And I go, this person told me to stop. They go, oh, I hate that they said it because I loved watching it. And I was like, what the shit? But it's like, it's one of those bits where you do it because you're on stage and you don't know how to do jokes. So you're like, I want to feel like, what did Robin Williams feel like when he's running around? And you're trying on like so many other comics
do a little
all
vaudeville.
the time.
I think
exactly.
I think that second guy who was like, "Oh, I used to love," I don't think that guy was your friend. I think that like it's like like the guy that died to become you. Like he would be at a party and they'd be like, "Oh, Bobby does this thing where he drinks the whole bottle of like."
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh yeah, I love watching you do this. But it's like really bad for him.
Yes.
It's like, dude, if you cared about him at all, you would not encourage this.
No. Oh, All right, well, let's keep this shit rolling, I guess.
Yeah.
At college, I got a lot of homework I bring home, and I think I do homework like most of the people in high school. I sit down at my computer, sit down, get all my notes out, get ready to go, pull up Word, log into Facebook.
I didn't even follow what you said that led to that. What did you say?
It's not important. I think I said that I'm in college now. I was going to Jeffco, so I must have been in college. And that I think this joke premise is that when I open up my computer, this is a very big Facebook era. And I'm like, instead of doing my work, I'm getting on Facebook, and everyone cheered because Mark Zuckerberg basically Zach Muckerberg. Hey, just so I don't get in trouble, Zach, I used to say ShamWow on my set. Now I won't even say people's names. I'm like, Zach Muckerberg from Facebook.
Yeah.
But I just can't believe that I remember a comic around this time being like, Bobby, you got to drop the Facebook stuff. And I watched the same piece of shit do Facebook jokes later. Those pieces of shit who give you notes that they don't take. You're like, hey, man, fuck you. Fuck you. But yeah, it's still a terrible set. This is still terrible. But the premise to bring you in, Tricky, is that I was doing my work, but instead, lo and behold, got caught up on the old Facebook.
The old Facebook. And I think that's why I was lost, because
this is before the cover photos. This is before they had this is different times.
This is peak Farmville era, is what you're saying.
Yes, which there's still people who request online for me to do those games, and I'm like, if you're still playing Facebook games, you should talk to a physician because
Mafia is cool, man. Fuck you.
Mafia Wars.
Mafia Wars. Yeah.
And you would get notifications, and they would be just reminding you to play the game, but they would have to be like, "Oh, a rival family just shot up a deli in the neighborhood."
I have an aunt who I had to finally be like, "Stop asking me to play this game. I know you want 50 extra coins, but it's not my problem. So don't do that to me."
I'm gonna put a hit on you in real life if you don't stop inviting me to Mafia Wars.
Oh my God. Real quick, before we keep the show going, what time does the show go to? Because we are going to eat dinner, and I do have a bad set to get to. Just kidding.
When do you have a hard out for? Because we can be done whenever.
No, I don't have a hard out. I didn't know if you guys did a 2 hour, if it was an hour and a half or whatever. Just because we're going to
like an hour and a half ish.
We can do an hour and a half.
We can be done when this clip is over. How much time is left in this clip, Colby?
We're halfway through. 3 minutes.
3 minutes left.
I do 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I honestly, I can't believe I didn't do like a half hour. I can't believe I didn't try to just pull this, just be on stage and just sit down and be like, "You guys ever heard of math?"
Dude, and then they're off to the side, just like, and you're just up there. Yeah, because you could do 15 minutes of bits and make it last 2 hours.
Yes, because no one who was there knew how to comedy. I lived out in rural Missouri. So when I said I did stand-up, you might as well have said that I went to outer space. People are like, "Oh, you probably mean something different than outer space, right?" Like, they have no idea. So I'm like, "Can I do stand-up?" They're like, "Dude, we don't care. Just go up there so that we can keep this fake charade going."
This really is this is like a fever dream. Like, it's you in just pitch darkness, and you're just shrouded in light, and you're murdering for no reason anyone could tell.
The thing that I kind of wish you would have found, which is not better. I'm not saying it's better by any means. I will never try. These are bad sets, and anyone, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I'm a better open person now. But when these would come out the year before, when I did Mr. NHS, me and my comedy, you remember when you meet another funny person? You remember if you're like, were you guys did you guys fuck off in class? Were you guys class clown dudes at all?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Do you remember when you met that? What about you, Colby? Were you like a class clown? Were you quiet?
Yeah, more of a recluse though. No friends.
Okay.
I can't say I've ever met a funny person and did a project with him though, ever. Yeah. Steven's not still watching this, is he?
Yeah.
I never met.
Yeah.
Well, the guy who I won Mr. NHS, he ended up getting I think we got first and second or some shit like that. I don't remember. but he was like the first person who I remember being in class and watching him do bits. And it's like when you become friends with someone at an open mic, you watch someone be funny, like you like to be funny. And we actually did a song and made like this video, and like that was so much better than doing this.
1, 2, 3, 4. Got a story of stress. It kind of
Shouldn't have brought it up.
why we are homeless. Let's start in the year 1999. Too far. The year 2000. Closer. Well,
Cannot play guitar in that video, by the way.
Stock market. Take a look at our charts and boom, skyrocket. We gotta make some big from our families and we're on our own. $100 million is a lot of money to buy us a home. So we took our stock market check to the bank. Got money in the bank. We approached the bank teller, said, "Listen, Hank. Okay, so take this check and turn it into money. Put it in one of those brown bags with mice on it, yeah. And don't try to define, thank you, Hank. So judges, if you wonder how rich we are, well, if you vote for us, we can buy you a brand new car. That's so rich.
Yeah, friends are an opener. It's pretty clear right now.
I am still friends with this dude, and we still do bits with. He lives in California, and we still do bits together just like this. And he is such a good singer and playing guitar that to this day I can't know why that we did so many videos together. We'd make YouTube videos, and I was like, why would you want me to play guitar? I can barely do that and sing. And I realize now watching it, it's because that was his talent. He's like, well, I'll shine and Bobby will be okay. And I'm sure he saw, I bet he thought he was going to win, but I can't wait to send him this video. He's going to lose his mind.
That's awesome.
Devin Meadows, at Awake Happy. Check it out.
At Devin Meadows. Oh, man. This is as good publicity for him as this is for Drury Inn or that high school you went to. Oh, man.
All right, keep this song going. I hate that we Oh,
the
man.
talent show at church camp is lit. Where is this? Is this at high school still?
This is at high school. This was Mr. NHS was a pageant. So there was like you would walk out with you would walk out like for your sport or I was Mr. Math Club because I was president in a math club. And so you would walk out and like dance to a song. I might have walked out to like Bo Burnham's New Mathers. I don't even remember. And you walk out to like a song, and then you walk out to with your mom, and then there's like a talent portion like this, and then there's like all this stuff, and like judges like it's like a popularity contest. This is something that should have happened in like 1980 and then stopped. Yeah. But in the rural Missouri, they kept it going, and this is a portion of
we had
that.
Mr. CHS.
Yeah, see, a couple schools
we had
it.
Mr. NKC.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is holy moly!
Well, I guess
Star
let's
was
keep
born.
this beautiful thing rolling.
It's only a car.
Listen to this note.
It'll take you so very far. Just a little bit caught in the middle. Love has been a weave in so many ways and met so many people. So just enjoy our jump.
He really didn't give you much to do. He really kind of hogged all of the parts of the song. Like he gives himself everything.
He's the Justin Timberlake of this NSYNC. You're Joe Fatone.
Yeah,
Joey Fatone. I'm the Joey Fatone of this moment. For
the Chris Kirkpatrick.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh man.
Oh God. Wow. And he's such a good singer. That note that he hit, we had practiced that song, and he saved it for that moment. I didn't know. I was blown away. I was like, wow, that really came out of nowhere, man.
Yeah. No,
won American Idol with that shit.
Don't get me wrong. He's very good.
Yeah.
Spencer, so they have Mr. MKH.
Mr. Kill himself. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, but the winner of that couldn't come back the next year, obviously.
Oh my god.
My goodness.
Early days of Photoshop, you can tell. Early days.
That's pretty good.
The fact that he had a PowerPoint going in 2009 is pretty impressive. Like, to make a PowerPoint to me back then was like, that's like a lot of shit, dude. You had to know
Photoshop back then was you had to work at
GIMP.
NASA.
You had to have like GIMP. Like wasn't that like GIMP or whatever
GIMP,
the one where you had to like
Yeah.
Free Photoshop.
Yeah.
Love it.
Sure, Kyle. Math well, it's a good point, Kyle.
Oh my god. Good harmony.
We noticed. We probably should have saved it. Yeah. We didn't have any money. I remember looking up and saying, "Is that a comet?" I said, "No, Devin. That's a meteor." And it's headed right for our house, all the money, everything. I really wish whenever that guy said, "Hey, you guys want meteor insurance?" Or insurance? Phil. Yeah. I wish you wouldn't have laughed at it. So, judges, if you're wondering how broke we are, well, if you vote for us, we can buy you a candy bar. 'Cause that's how broke we are. Sorry about the card.
Looking back now, I think he might have been the only one who was actually mic'd during that situation.
Yeah. Looking back now, I understand why he lives in California and you still live in Missouri.
Fuck yeah, that's hilarious, dude. Yep.
It's like when they do live hip hop and one guy's just in the background just saying the end of every sentence. Stop.
Yeah. Goodness, that's wonderful. I love that you were like, you know what I'm really glad you guys didn't find? And Colby, with a twinkle in his eye, but he's not Santa. He's like the opposite of Santa. He only brings you horrible things.
You're like Krampus. You're like Krampus. The Christmas Krampus.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, though, if you've been good or bad. Ill tidings for all.
Just so you guys know, those matching outfits we found at a Goodwill. Those were back in the days where if you went to a Goodwill, you could find what you wanted, when you wanted. You didn't have, people weren't picking through. It was like a disgusting place. That was back before, in the days.
Yeah. Thrifting wasn't as cool. Yeah, you could get a lot of good shit at thrift stores. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't a great example of that, but yeah, for sure. That's awesome.
Man. I actually remember why they booed, I think that they Krampus Cusick, that's funny. I think that I remember like the PowerPoint, I think that they like looped it around or something, so that's why they booed, because you can see the panic on our faces, which you're like, oh fuck, dude, we're already too nervous, and you can literally watch it. Look at that panic right there.
That's the look on your face for the whole thing, though.
Yeah, that is. You're right. That is my face.
Yeah, that's just what you look like. Yeah, that's awesome. Wow, that's awesome. That's so great.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I feel like there's a little bit more of this song. I feel like there's a little bit more of that song, maybe.
No, that's it.
That was the whole song?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I said sorry about the car, and then that's it.
It faded to black and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I will never talk to either one of you guys again. I'm just as mad as the last guy you were talking about. I'm going to send direct messages to both you guys. No, thank you guys for having me on. For real, I did have fun. There is something about watching that makes you realize, you know, we really did make the wrong choices by becoming comedians.
Instead of like an inspirational, like, it's just like, it's something about this that makes me realize we've all made huge mistakes.
Yeah.
Bobby, yeah, man, thank you so much for doing the show. You really are like one of my favorites, man. Like every time I've gotten to see you, I mean, you're like the nicest dude, but also you're so reliably so funny. Like every time I've gotten to see you, it's been such a treat. And like I said, you're such a great guy, such a funny dude. Let the people know what's going on, where they can find you, where they can hear about you, all that good stuff.
Give me the full screen.
That's all you, baby.
Colby, make sure the screen's full. Okay, hey guys, you can check out. I'm selling camel boobs.
That's mine.
Yeah, and I need 2 screens. In this screen, I want to be selling one merch. I'm gonna sell other merch over here. Yeah. And then they tell 2 friends, and then they tell 2 friends. I can't help but steal bits from like Wayne's World and everything. But you can see me at Bobby Jaycox on everything, BOBBYJYCOX. And I'm very easy to find, so I want to take the rest of my time to say, check out Colby, check out Ryan. Even though he wasn't here, check out Steven, because I love traveling all over. And Chicago is one of my favorite places to go to. But I also have this like thing about Kansas City where it's like both places when I go there, you guys all take really good care of me. All 7 of us, however many are here right now, all these Bobbies right now. But you guys always take care of me, and you guys are very sweet. So check them out, and I'll be in Kansas City very soon. And I'm actually going to be in Denver not too long, so I'll hit you up, Ryan, and I want to come.
Oh, definitely, man. Yeah, I'd love to come see you. Yeah, you're easy to take care of, bud. You're a great guy and a great comic.
Yeah, we love you.
Check out Bobby Jaycox. Bobby, thank you for doing the show. Colby, thank you.
Yeah, come back on when we can watch like commercials you did. Give us those.
No way, never.
You can either come back or we'll watch them without you. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'm busy.
Colby, thanks for everything you're doing.
Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. Hey, like the video if you're still watching. I forgot to do that.
That's okay.
Yeah, whatever. Check out our YouTube, our Facebook, our Instagram, our Twitch, whatever.
Yeah.
Next week is 4th of July, right? So
next Sunday is 4th of July. So no show next Sunday, but we'll be back the following Sunday. With a guest. It's going to be great. You'll love it. All right. That's it. Thanks, everybody.
Love you. Bye-bye.